Gotta stay prayed up. Gotta stay prayed up. Gotta stay aware. Gotta be thankful. Gotta give God all the praises. We don't realize how much we take for granted every day. And we don't realize how much we should be thankful for every day. We don't realize how much God actually provides us with and how much He actually makes possible for us every day, every moment. If I had anything to say to Quavo from the Migos, if there was anything I could say to him after what happened, I would ask him, all the stuff that you put in your lyrics, all the things you say in your music, does that lifestyle have anything to do with the loss of your nephew, your buddy, your partner, your friend? You know, does it have anything to do with the outcome? Does it have anything to do with the prevention? And that's one thing I would like to ask all these silly rappers out here is just what lifestyle are y'all exactly trying to live, and what lifestyle do you see for yourself, and what exactly do you want your kids to do? That, like, most of these guys out here that make these songs and live these certain lifestyles, so they claim, got kids. And I always wondered, like, how the heck do they, like, what do they see for their kids? Like, what exactly do they see happening? And who do they really see their kids growing up to be if they're literally seeing nothing but the type of lifestyle and the type of things their father or their mother are rapping about and speaking about? The daughters of these women artists, I feel so bad for. The women artists out here are sending these young girls down a slippery slope that there ain't no turning back. There ain't no turning back. The music industry is the devil's dance floor, and I want no parts of it. And I won't have any parts of it, and I won't deal with it, because it's the devil's dance floor, and he's collecting souls, and it's actually influencing and impacting my people to a point where they're out here ready to fly off the handle and destroy themselves, destroy someone else. It's influencing the youth to live a life that they don't even understand and can't even comprehend. But because it's a trending thing, and the electronic devices in their palm of their hands, it's actually hypnotizing and programming them. And no one wants to take a stand and say anything or do anything different, because that's what sells. Now, the only thing I ask and the only thing I wonder is the loss of your soul, and is the loss of your life or someone close to you, is it worth the sales? Because if it is worth the sales, then you as an individual rapper, an artist, whatever you want to call yourself, you as an individual should make a public announcement and personally apologize to everyone out there that looks like you, and everyone out there that is related to you, and everyone out there that you may be a father to or a mother to, and you should make a public announcement, and you should make an apology for sending our people to their grave and sending our people to a jail cell. Because what you're spitting out and what you're spitting out and what you're talking about isn't informing, it isn't educating, and it isn't doing any that type of, it's not giving our people any type of wisdom that's going to help them survive and live in a world where they're already outcasted, where they're already not wanted, where they're already got 2 strikes against them, being black and existing. So it's like, if we want to help them out by exterminating us, then let's continue to do what we've been doing. Let's continue to rap about what we've been rapping about and talk about what we've been talking about. Let's continue to conduct ourselves as if we have no sense, as if we know no better. Let's continue to conduct ourselves as if we don't know who Martin Luther King is. Let's continue to conduct ourselves like we don't know who Malcolm X is. Let's continue to conduct ourselves like we didn't know who Bob Marley is. It's like everyone claims to love Bob Marley, especially people from the Caribbean. It's like y'all claim to love Bob Marley, yet y'all will turn around and cut someone down to their knees in the blink of an eye over the most simplest misunderstanding and most simplest disagreement. But yet y'all want to turn around and worship Bob Marley, and y'all don't even try to even comprehend or practice what this man was even talking about and thinking about. That's just an example. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do y'all go from listening to someone like Bob Marley and then go into the booth and make the lyrics that you make? How do you listen to someone like Bob Marley and then have the mindset and the mentality you have? It doesn't make sense, and it doesn't add up. Bob Marley was a man of God and spoke of God. And y'all be acting like y'all have not an ounce or a clue, a sense of God's purpose in you. It's very interesting to me, man, the way my people conduct themselves in this country, specifically. So yeah, that would be my question to all you wannabe rappers. Because like I said, man, a lot of you guys are trying to start these rap careers and be rappers, and y'all grown as hell, old as hell. Y'all got kids, y'all got families. Like this, I just feel like there's so much other things y'all need to be focused on and worried about at this point in your lives. Not being a rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like, who are you trying to prove it to? Yourself or like, you know? It's like at this point, what? It's like if rap isn't doing anything for you financially, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's like, are you just trying to fit in? Or are you just trying to like go with the trend? It's like, why does everyone think rapping? Why do so many black men in the black community think that rapping is the only way out, or the only thing that they can do with their brilliance and their smarts and their intellect? It's like, I'm just getting so tired of the same old norm with every brother I come across, man. It's almost like I don't even know what to compare it to, man. It really is like a dime a dozen, man. It's like all brothers are like the same, man. I don't even know how else to say it, yo. I don't even know how else to put it, bro. It's like even brothers that I meet from time to time, or wherever I'm at, or whatever I'm doing, I'll come across a brother. It's like after a while, after talking to a brother after a while, man, it's like you'll just see that he's in the same damn mindset ultimately as every other brother that, you know what I'm saying, is just, it's just so sad to me, man. And I had no idea that it was this bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe that I used to really think everyone thought the same like me. I cannot believe I used to really think everybody had the same heart and the same mindset as me. I really can't believe that shit, yo. I cannot believe I was once so naive and so oblivious. And that's why, like, back in the day, with, like, peers in my past, and it's like, that's why I used to, like, whenever someone would say some hating ass shit, or do some hating ass shit, or just some weird ass shit, it's like, the shit would be so puzzling to me. It's like, I could never understand the shit. You know, it's like, I'm talking about back then, at the time, in the moments, it's like, I could never understand. And I messed up thinking everyone was the same. I messed up thinking everyone was the same and treating everyone the same, man. It's like, I really made a mistake doing that, and I'm trying to help others, and you can't do that. You can't treat everybody the same, man. You can't treat everybody the same, and you cannot think that everyone has the same mindset and mentality and feeling the same way that you are, man. For example, if I'm getting the story correct, Quavo had an argument with someone, pulled the gun out, started shooting, someone shot back, his boy gets hit. Take off. Now, do you think that whatever Quavo was arguing with that guy about was something that Takeoff would have been arguing with that guy about? It don't even matter now, because it cost him his life either way. You know what I'm saying? It's like, sometimes you can't be around everyone and deal with everyone, and like I said, treat everyone the same way, because you don't know how someone else is going to act, respond, or do some wild shit. How you think Jesus died, man? Like one of Jesus' disciples, Judah. It's like, it's not necessarily that Judah betrayed him. Judah put him up against something that he thought Jesus was just going to easily, take care of and handle. So it's like, but you know what I'm saying? But it's like, because he didn't, that didn't happen, and he couldn't handle or live with what he did, he eventually ended up killing himself in the middle of the desert. Because part of him felt like he actually set Jesus up when he thought he was doing something that, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's a perfect example, because it's like, even though Jesus knew what he was like, if Jesus wasn't who Jesus was, right? Even though Jesus was who he was, and he knew what Judah was up to, he knew who was going to betray him, he knew who was going to, he already knew. But imagine Jesus wasn't who he was and he didn't know. It's like, it's the same thing. It's like in Jesus' mind, Jesus would be like, why, to Judah, like, why would you do that? I didn't tell you to do that. I didn't ask you to do that. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like, it's the same story with everything and everyone on different levels. And look at how Jesus treated Judah. He still washed his feet. He still washed his feet, man. And he knew what Judah was up to and what Judah was going to do. And even at the table, even at the Last Supper, Jesus was like, one of y'all are going to betray me. And everyone at the table was looking like, dang, is it me? Is it me? Is it me? And Judah the whole time knew it was him and didn't say nothing. But Jesus knew. And I'm only bringing this up. I'm not trying to get deep on y'all with, religion and all that, whatever. But it's like, I'm just trying to bring that up because I'm trying to give y'all an idea of how this shit really goes with people, man. And it's like, why this, like, the bullshit happens and the stupid shit happens. Like, I'm gonna give y'all another example, man. My whole time up until this point, yo, I didn't realize that it was the women, the fucking females, bro, is what the main issue between me and peers in the past was. It was the fucking women, man. Like, the whole time this shit was about the women. Brothers would actually get complex, insecure, intimidated when women would come around, and if I was around, yo. And it's like I said, once again, at the time and in the moment, it never dawned on me, and it never clicked on me. It never clicked to me that, dang, that's what this was all about this whole time. This is why y'all niggas act so weird towards me. This is what all these bad vibes and these jealous ass vibes is about. The fucking women, man. And it's like, when you think about it, it's like all these men that are out here, especially in the black community, were raised by women. Were raised by single moms, single parent households. And it's like, when these guys grow up, they have these insecurities and these complexes when it comes to women, and low self-esteem and low confidence. So when they get around another man who's an actual man, and he's confident in himself, and he actually has a great self-esteem about himself, and he believes in himself, and he's just, it's like that shit intimidates most men, because most men do not have that within themselves. Ladies, this shit happens with y'all all the time on the other side of the spectrum. This is why pretty women get dogged out and hated on so much. It's almost like the same thing, but just reversed. It's like, so many women who don't think that they're pretty and don't have confidence and don't have no self-esteem, they get so intimidated and threatened by a woman who is confident in herself and is pretty, and you get what I'm saying? It's like that shit has plagued black men in the black community, because it's like something gets triggered within inside of them when they get around women. It's like there's a complex that is inevitable for it to get offset when they're around other men, other confident men. And this is exactly why so many men hate on each other, envy on, talk so much shit about each other. And it's like, this shit all of you about. And you know what made me realize it too? I'm gonna give you actually two examples that made it. The other night, it dawned on me, yo. The other night, I was with a young lady at a bowling alley, and we was just chilling, whatever, got a couple of beers, and in the parking lot, as we're leaving, now mind you, there was like 2 or 3 dudes in the parking lot, no other girls. And you know what made me think about this? Because she said it. She even mentioned it. All right, this guy in his Mustang in the parking lot, he was driving a Mustang, and all of a sudden he starts doing fucking donuts and burning out in the parking lot. And mind you, the parking lot was small. Like, he was coming like inches from people's cars and shit when he was doing this. And me and her are both standing there looking like, why the fuck is he doing this shit? Like, and she made a good point. She made a great point. And this is when it dawned on me. I'm like, wow, this is what this shit has been all about all these years, all this time, with everyone in my past, and even up until now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, even up until now, it's like but it's like, you know what she said, yo? She was like, why is he doing that? There's not even any girls around. It's like, besides the fact of it being dangerous, and the fact that a cop could have pulled in the fucking parking lot anytime and got your dumb, stupid ass for doing the shit, and the fact that you could have hit someone's car, it's like, all that aside, it's like, she made a great point. She's like, why is he doing that? There's not even any girls around. And then when she said that, it dawned on me, like, wow. It's like these niggas really, it's like y'all niggas are so used to putting on for each other and trying to prove something to each other, that it's almost like, it's shit is suspect almost, man. It's like y'all be more worried about and the only thing I can pertain it to is just coming up in a single parent household, a single mother household with no man around and no men in your life. And even if there was a mom's boyfriend or a stepdad around, the man was not there. You can be there and not be there, okay? Engagement, interaction, attention, all that, care, nurture, love, that all goes into being there for a child. So when these young black boys in these black communities don't have that, they grow up with these insecurities and these complexes and these just, I don't know, 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 I don't know ailments, these deficiencies that really plague them as men. And this is why they get into these toxic ass relationships when they grow up, and these abusive relationships. It's like they don't know how, they don't know anything else. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, this is why the narcissistic and the controlling, passive aggressive, codependent traits kick in when they get older and become of age. And there's no, this is why you don't see black men doing anything outside of it's like you'll see a black man go his whole life doing the same thing and never growing and never changing. You'll literally come across a 75-year-old black man that still acts and conducts himself like he's 35, 40, or in his freaking 20s. It's like it's a development delay for sure, but it's something that doesn't get developed, and this shit, I'm telling you, this shit carries over. And if you you look at these rappers, they'll even talk about it sometime, how it was just them and mom and dad wasn't around. But then if you look at how these guys conduct themselves and how these guys act, how they treat women, how they talk to women, how they deal with them, it's like it all starts to make sense. So getting back to the story, I'm like, like what the, like what now? It's like outside of just being a wild dude and wilding out, what the heck was the reason of him doing donuts? It's like I like, is it because you saw me and another chick? It's like when dudes see another attractive man, a man that's attractive or a man that's with a woman, it's like dudes automatically start to get some weird ass. I'm telling you, man, I don't even know how to explain this shit. I'm not a psychiatrist. I'm not a therapist. I'm not a scientist. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's like there is something that triggers in a man's freaking hormones when he sees another man that is confident, attractive, kept up, in shape, just everything. It's like you see the same. It's like that's what I'm noticing. The same way women be sizing each other up and looking at each other and it's like these dudes be doing the same shit, just in a different way. And it's so crazy because it's like I'm gonna give you a perfect example, black men. The next time you go to the gas station, next time you go to the bar, next time you go to the store, wherever you're at, if you the first black man you see, what I want you to notice, pay attention to what he does. Is he going to give you a head nod, or is he going to look down at your sneakers and see what kind of sneakers you got on? Or is he going to mean mug you? And that's it. And all they're doing in this time, the Boondocks, the show, y'all can act like y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about if y'all want to. The Boondocks show actually portrayed this shit perfectly. They used to call it a nigga moment. And this is exactly all that goes on in a nigga moment. Is a black man looking at another black man and sizing him up, looking him up and down. And it's like the whole time you getting in your feelings, the whole time you feeling some type of way, the whole time. And it's like, oh my God, don't be handsome. You know what I'm saying? Don't be tall, don't be handsome. Because it's like it's like that same complex and hateful mindset that women be having for each other. It's like it's that same shit that y'all done passed down to all y'all sons, and that's the same shit they doing to men out here. And that's exactly why these stupid ass niggas are pulling guns and shooting each other, because they too much of a coward to take an ass whooping, too much of a coward to get their ass beat. So the only solution is to pull a gun. The only solution is it's like I would love to see a stupid nigga pull his gun one day and that shit jam, and whoever it is he's trying to shoot just completely whoops his motherfucking monkey ass. I can't wait to see it on the news. I cannot wait to see it. Black men in this country, y'all got so far to go. We got so far to go. I'm saying y'all because I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. I'm out. I am not staying in this country. I'm not becoming a victim to this system that y'all niggas. Not only is this to the system that was created for us, but y'all niggas are building this shit with extra support. The way y'all niggas is conducting yourselves out here, y'all building this shit with extra support. This system that's built for us. Y'all niggas is building that shit with double fucking support. Y'all setting up a system all of your own, and that shit is going to crumble. And you rappers that's sending these young boys and young girls to their graves, God's gonna deal with y'all, man. God's gonna deal with y'all, man, because he's not pleased and he's not satisfied that y'all have all this impact and all this influence and y'all not doing nothing with it but wiping up the devil's dance floor. Y'all ain't doing nothing but shining the devil's dance floor. And God is not going to be pleased with that. He's not pleased with it. It's like I'm actually irritated and I'm annoyed now with how black men are conducting themselves in this country. Especially these so-called rappers, especially. I'm very disappointed in the athletes that are refusing to speak up and have a voice. I've been disappointed in the athletes, but the rappers, with all the rappers that's been killed just in this year alone, it's like I'm done. Enough is enough, and someone has to say something at some point. Even these old rappers still beefing. And you got old rappers and young rappers beefing. You got our young boys and girls looking up to motherfuckers like Lil Nas X. This shit was all about the bitches. Oh, so back to the other point that made me realize that this shit has been about the women the whole time, and the women aren't innocent because y'all asses are the ones that are entertaining and dealing with these type of men out here and reproducing with them. You're not reproducing with high quality men. You're reproducing with the bottom of the barrel and then wondering why the black community is in the condition that it's in and why the black household is broken. You're wondering why, ladies. Y'all so bossy, y'all so together, y'all got it all going on, y'all got this, y'all doing it, but then y'all want to turn around and pick the worst of the worst and then give them a babies, multiple babies on top of that, and then wonder why your son is growing up and not becoming shit and doing shit with his life. Look at who his father was. You don't think traits are passed down? You don't think shit is inherited? You better. It's like y'all got enough sense to lay down and make these kids. Y'all better start doing your fucking homework before so. You better start doing your homework on genetics and how DNA works. Because that boy gonna grow up looking just like his daddy, and your ass gonna be mad and miserable and bitter every time you see his face. And then, boom, your relationship is sabotaged. Your relationship is ruined. Your relationship is damaged. Because you can't get over the fact that boy looked like his daddy. And how his daddy did your ass. But anyway, back to my point. So how I realized that all this shit was about the women with these dudes and their insecurities and their complexes and their weird vibes and their jealous energy. LeBron James. Everyone hates LeBron James. And all my life, I've always been an athlete. I've always been a hooper. So I had no reason to hate on another great hooper. But looking at it from a fan perspective, and everyone that doesn't like LeBron, I try, for the love of me, I was always trying to figure out and find and understand why people didn't like LeBron. Mainly men, anyway. Now, let me. I don't want y'all to be misconstrued. I want to specifically reiterate that and emphasize that the men, especially black men, were hating on LeBron, and still hate on LeBron so severely. And I could never understand it because, like I said, as a hooper, you're not looking at it from that perspective. But as a fan, you're looking at it and you see it, and it's like, oh, that's why they hate him. The women love him. Now, I've always been naive and oblivious to this kind of thing because I've never been the type to hate a next man over women, because I've always had my own. I've always been confident in myself towards women. Women have always found interest in me as well. I've never understood how many men out here actually never had women, actually never been around pretty women, actually never. So it's like that, or on top of it, it's like you see someone like LeBron getting all the love and affection from women and all the interest from women, despite what he does on the court, despite what he does as a family man, as a husband. He's still getting mad love from women just because. And niggas can't stand that shit. That's why they hate LeBron James. That's why the world hates LeBron James, because a big black man is getting love from women of all races in all countries. Everyone knows LeBron James, and especially every woman. And niggas hate that shit. Niggas hate any type of man that is getting more women attention than them. And that is exactly what it boils all the way back to childhood, being a single freaking in a single mother household, and you have to be constantly on the defense and constantly on passive aggressive and possessive energy, because you're constantly having to protect your mom or meet your mom's boyfriends and fucking you get what I'm saying? It's like you're constant, since a child, you're being, complex and baffled with this energy of another man that's not your father being in your presence, or multiple men throughout your lifetime, and it's like that shit is doing up but building this complex and this insecurity and this sense of being a threat whenever you come around women and another man that's confident in himself. It don't even matter. It's like a natural instinct to start hating on that next man. Man, I'm trying to tell you, it's like the single mothers do more damage to their sons than anyone ever will throughout their lifetimes. I'm gonna say that again. Single mothers do more damage to their sons throughout their lifetime, early in their lifetime, than anyone ever will. And there's most single mothers in the black communities, all y'all are doing are setting y'all sons up to get dogged out by these trash ass chicks out here. That's all, and you're setting him up to be an abuser or to get abused. It's going to be one or the other, and he's not going to have the confidence or the backbone or the self-esteem to be his own man, do his own thing, stand up on his 2 feet. All he's going to be used to doing is codepending on a woman, and it's going to be a woman that's going to be abusing him or dogging him out, cheating on him, and because he never learned any type of relationship management or stress management or life management or how to conduct or be a man, he'll probably just end up beating her ass or killing the bitch. You hear about it all the time. You hear about it all the fucking time. But this is what we're raising. This is what we're birthing out here. And these are the kind of men we got out here. And this is why so many are killing each other, killing themselves. You name it, man. It's like all this shit has dawned on me, and that's what all this shit has been about, man. And it's like it's like all these disputes and incidents of these rappers getting killed. It's like y'all don't even realize the kind of life y'all are portraying. It's like y'all portraying this life of luxury and fun and women and money. It's like y'all don't think niggas is seeing that shit and hating that shit. Why? It's like, why you think porn the porn industry is like $1 billion industry. Why do you think that? Because it's a bunch of horny ass men that aren't used to being around women and aren't used to getting women funding these freaking websites and funding. Why do you think OnlyFans exists? Why do you think these chicks are like making thousands and thousands of dollars on OnlyFans? It's something wrong with the psyche of black men in this country, man. And I'm trying to get people to wake up and realize this shit, because it is going down a freaking slippery slope, and that shit is going to hit a brick wall. And y'all can try and sit there and act like y'all don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All y'all want to. This shit may be funny. This shit is a joke now, but it ain't going to be funny. I'm trying to tell you. It's funny until it hits home. Y'all stay prayed up. Be safe. Peace.